Scorpio, this is the second time I'm having to double back and re-record this reading. Um, I don't know if that's significant to you, but I was feeling kind of frustrated a moment ago, not with myself. That was definitely Scorpio energy. Um, it's like something, I just see a W, like something started here, came down here, went back up there. It's like a V was made, and then you had to like double back again. So it ended up being like a heartbeat. You might be frustrated that something has a pulse, that something has a heartbeat, that something is alive. It's alive. It's electric. Buggy, yuggy, yuggy, yuggy. I don't know what that means right now, Scorpio, because I can't really relate. Okay. So this is what came out. Someone kind of feels happy that motherhood is not a choice for somebody. Like, this is the Nine of Pentacles, the happiest card, right? And this motherhood coming out in the reverse with this mother and little girl. There seems to be something, Scorpio, about abundance coming from the lack of having children or not having to choose a child. This energy doesn't, I'm not kidding, I can really usually tap into energy pretty well. I can understand where it comes from, if not pinpoint that. This is why I can't understand this energy. I get why I can't understand this energy. This is not nice. Pisces at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Pisces that feels happy that you're not a mom, or happy that your motherhood has. I want to see what's behind this, because, oh, this is crazy. This is how this came out. You're not choosing to offer being devilish. So therefore that's why someone feels this way. Scorpio, you're not willing to choose. I don't want you to look at this as a Capricorn in the reverse. You can if you want to. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. But this is more Piscean Cancer energy. It's the understanding that something was not emotionally, it wasn't a choice emotionally. There was so much weight put on somebody's shoulders. It's like, she looks really abundant, she looks very plentiful, she might be very wealthy, but what she was never given was this opportunity, because she always felt like this. Maybe over not having a child. There could have been something that happened with a child. I don't know. But this energy is really strong. And I asked, well, what I was inquiring about was why this energy is here. Why is it present? Because someone's happy not being a mother. This could just be someone that like gave a child up for adoption even. Maybe they were happy about that because it would have really stressed them out. So instead they chose to offer something that other people consider devilish. I think free choice is free choice. I believe in that. But I also don't think that free will includes stripping anyone else of their free will by going behind their back thinking that you're going to achieve whatever that was. Achieving whatever that was is not this is not what we're going to do. Yeah. That's the success right there. I feel like bagging someone in that way, or pigeonholing them is what I'm hearing, is the problem. And that's what's being held on to, is the separation between parenthood and, like, I'm just seeing the giver happening right here. Is like calling your parental units a business or treating them like their business. That's not looking out for them. And if they don't look out for you as a child, just because your baby that's not perfect or something, so they try to get rid of you. Yeah, that's also not nice. So whatever Piscean energy was just in the upright over here is in the reverse on the other side. Please don't look at which side I'm holding cards or pointing to. That has no bearing on what I'm trying to say. This victory just means like Android or LG or I don't know, other like Siemens feels victorious, right? That's the motion forward. I think you might be irritated, Scorpio, at something right about here. Yeah, you're a little, you want to throw some bacon on it. Okay. I feel this moment where you're like, oh, but it's actually time to cut ties, cut the games with a friend. Okay. Some people just don't serve you. They don't care if you're about to sink or swim. They don't care. They would not jump over a puddle for you, let alone swim an ocean. Okay? Never would, never will. Never have. This has probably been a pattern with whoever this is. They've probably constantly challenged you through a really long period of time. This was somebody from your past. This was an old friend. Okay, it's time for you to just like maybe cut that off. Yeah. Someone's being stripped, and yes, it is a striped tiger, of their motherhood in a specific sense. It stings. Someone feels like they made a big ass of themselves. But I don't think this has to do with only surface level issues, Scorpio. This goes deeper. I actually need to go back, and I wasn't going to leave these out because that first spread was kind of dire. I didn't enjoy looking at it, but I'm just saying that this is the case. This is what was taking place behind the scenes. Okay? Yep. What was taking place behind the scenes. And I did extenuate on that a little bit, but I'm not going to extenuate much more. It's time to cut ties with your friend is at the top of the read, and this is at the bottom. You need to cut ties with somebody victoriously. Stop being a victim. That's also coming out. Or maybe someone's acting like or making you. This could be coming towards you or from you, Scorpio. Either direction. So you'll know how it applies. For this motherhood in the reverse, we have the Three of Pence. A legend is reborn. In this case, it's not a legend. There's no legend being reborn in particular. This has to do with celebrating the motherhood that you or the person that you are in whatever way, whether you're making a choice, whether you're being challenged, or whether you're being directly betrayed or somehow backhandedly. I started this off with that needing to double back several times. That's why you doubled back, to make sure that was not ever going to be a choice again. You were like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, look, this is the only card that I made up in the whole deck. It's Order and Chaos, Understanding Universal Flow. This is coming out here. So this is the Queen in the upright. It's like someone pissed off the Queen of the Tigers, or the Queen of the Panthers, or the Queen of the Jaguars. Big cats. Someone was trying to take away their queendom so that they wouldn't have children. They would go extinct. These are the hunters. The hunters are running towards the predator. Like you could, I guess you could argue that, we could physically take on a lion. I wouldn't try it. But, the other ones are running this direction. So it's like there's a scattering going on here. And it's because choices need to be made, is what I'm hearing about friendship. Oh, allegiances, alliances. I'm just hearing someone say, see you later, alligator, and a wild crocodile. Um, that's what someone's pissed off about, Scorpio. This was actually the first card out. We've now come full circle with the reading. I'm going to switch decks and clarify with the mood deck. Actually, no, I'm not, because half of it is on the floor under the table. I guess I'll use Moonchild Tarot instead. Okay, we have Seven of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, someone's just gonna drop their guard. They're gonna be like, I don't wanna argue. Like, the indifference that you feel towards this, Scorpio, has reached a fever pitch. You're not gonna put your life on the line and be the ride or die for somebody that is letting you live your life like this. You're not gonna defend that anymore. You're just gonna cut ties. Just be like, snip, snip. I don't think you're trying to be mean. I think it's just maybe this person has just cleared out so much space in your brain that you're just like, I can't do this. You've cut a hole into my brain, literally, with the amount of overwhelming unfriendliness that has come out of you. I don't know what to do with that. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the frustration. You're like, I've tried being nice. I've tried being mean. I've tried communicating. I've tried cut off cold turkey. Okay. I've tried everything. I feel someone like just literally throwing their hands up, maybe into response of someone else start doing the same. Yeah. Three of Cups. That's the sentiment coming together here. And it is something strong because it's like, I don't feel a connection here. I couldn't, you know how your mom breastfeeds you, okay? That's the only person that will ever breastfeed you because we don't do wet nurses anymore. It's 2026. This is Scorpio 2026 reading. This is maybe you're taking care of other people's kids. Maybe that's what this meant. Maybe you're feeling abundant because it's like being a great aunt, being just a great grand aunt, right? And you're like the cool aunt and everything, okay? But it's like you're happy to be able to give them back. You can go home now. This would be a round trip ticket. Mm-hmm. You're going to leave your parents' house, you're going to come to my house, and then you going home again. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Kind of how the feeling that I'm getting, Scorpio. Whew! Overwhelmingly so. Ace of Cups. That completes that cycle, right? Mm-hmm. That's what's going on with somebody. This is almost like a cycle happening for somebody. And it's whatever energy this is right here, they don't have the space, like the headspace, to deal with all the issues that come along with not being a mom, that come along with maybe your nieces or your nephews, that come along with maybe three different women. I'm here, okay. I'm hearing Little Women. Little House on the Prairie with Little Women. That's kind of what this is. It's like they didn't have. Uh, I don't want to. I don't know how to explain the. Yeah, that's like that. I can't even explain it. That's literally the way you feel about whatever relationship this is on the table in front of you. You're like, yeah. There's the Queen of Pentacles coming out in the upright with. Okay, I have to say it. I did call that some people are going to go this way, other people are going to go that way. And it doesn't matter what you choose, there's no judgment. I did also say don't look at which way I'm pointing. This decision was made based off a desire to avoid this. This right here is the feeling, okay? It's like no matter what I do, I can't win for losing. I'm going to crash into you no matter if she's running and she's running, there's going to be some contention. And eventually, between the two, either she's going to be fried bacon and this one's going to be the drowning pig, or this one's going to be the drowning pig and that one's going to be the fried bacon. It's self-preservation. Do you want someone to love you and you don't love them back? Or do you want to love someone and they don't love you back? Which way do you want it? Because either way, it sucks. That's what unrequited is. Unrequited love is unreturned. It does not come back. Okay? That's so you run out of love for whatever friend this is. I feel like they've tried to like grill you or fry you like too many times. And you're like, dude, I've told you that hurt my feelings the first time and you keep doing it. So at this point, it's not funny. I've explained myself. I'm not going to explain again. And whatever repercussions come from the way that you treated this one right here, I feel like you're going to have to face it. Trying to act like a order and chaos queen is not going to work for two queens. It's too many cooks in the kitchen. Quite honestly, especially when there's no sisterhood, no motherhood, no real love. Yeah, it feels, something feels sneaky about this energy. It's almost like someone's trying to sneak into Jasmine's castle, and Raja's like, what do you think you're doing trying to jump that fence? Like, you might be able to jump real high, but trust me, I have a monkey named Abu. And he's not really that nice or such a honey boo-boo to people that he doesn't like. Big bite. Big cat. I probably wouldn't go playing in their energy or aura the way that you might think. I also see this as like the bell around the oracle cat's neck. I don't remember that cat's name in Men in Black. But the cat with the whole universe on the necklace, I probably wouldn't try to sneak into her kingdom and steal that. That whole necklace just will stay on the neck that it's on. So be it. It's like a collar for Raja. It's a necklace for other people. But they don't realize it's a shock collar once you go over that fence a little bit. It's like drawing a line in the sand if you were to look at a fence aerially, right? And someone overstepped. Mm, yeah. And they did it happily. This is the 9 of Cups. This is the 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. Someone overstepped. They were happy to do so. Scorpio, and either you or someone else knows this, that someone they were really happy to make this kind of contention for someone. They had no problem causing tense moments, maybe because of inheritance of jewelry, maybe because of the fighting over the throne. If you watch any royal bloodline try to defend their throne, even if they don't have anybody from the outside trying to sabotage them, they still have to defend the throne from each other. Talk about sibling rivalry. That is not a joke. This is not a game. That's that. That's fighting like cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs, literally, possibly with a crown. This energy is just real weird. It's time for you to know that like it's okay for you not to get along with hyenas or jackals. If you're a big cat, you don't have to get along with a big dog, and a big dog doesn't have to get along with a big cat, but you do have to coexist on the same Serengeti. And when people come through like hunters trying to be on a safari from afar, maybe when in Rome, do as the Romans. Scorpio, I think that's your reading. Is there anything else that Scorpio needs to know? No, not a gosh darn thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like you're a little done talking, speechless, at a loss for words, not sure what to say anymore. Bye, Scorps. Happy February.